Yeah. Good morning, y'all. Previously on Kimba TV. So it's basically, I'm trying to figure out where is the support zone from last time and what would it be as resistance this time. This. Okay, I gotta see this 9 million short get squeezed real quick. I gotta see the 9 milli get squeezed real quick. Squeeze the juice. I gotta take a look at what's going on. I just woke up. Good morning. Wow. Useless lines. Let's get nasty. Pixel fucking them useless lines. Yeah. Basically when all the shorts get stopped out. Well, how are we doing, Lions? Chris, hello. Zemo, good morning. Chris, 4583, what's going on, man? What up? Living Forest, what's going on? JJ says it's so close to 69.9. It is. Yeah, it hasn't swept. So that's that. It hasn't swept. But on the bigger time frame, this is where we are. So price goes up, comes down to 7.5, gets rejected at 618. What's the next probability? So it bounced off of the 7.5. Got rejected at the golden pocket. It's got two options. It either holds the 0.5 or it's one more this. So will it hold the 0.5? Stay tuned and find out. If it loses the 0.5, then the shorter time frame bullish momentum is gone. He has a stop loss right in front of his lick. Yeah, I know he always does that, but and look at the math. Everybody Gucci, 786, golden pocket rejection, has to hold the 0.5. We talked about this last week, and we did this on the higher time frame. Remember? We said it can't lose the 0.5. It's the same thing. Gucci, math. You see it thousands of millions of times, you're going to be able to remember that. Any questions? You guys good? It looks like typical Sunday price action, y'all. I'm going to focus a little bit more on doing some work stuff. I'll obviously look at the charts from time to time. You guys can TTS me to grab my attention if you need. I'll turn it up a little bit. But you guys good? And then if it loses the 5-minute bullish momentum, then all of these are probably going to get swept. You would go from pivot.
Math is math, Gucci.
So if this smaller time frame fib doesn't hold and it loses this low, that would be your next mathematical level. So just take it one step at a time, see if it's holding, see if it's not, identify levels, see if it's reacting bullishly or bearishly, and then let's get nasty. Enjoy the Sunday together. We'll Latuche up. Oh, you know what? Should we Latuche up real quick? So it would be completely different if longs were not opening, but shorts were getting squeezed. Then I would be like, yo, let's short it. We should maybe think about a short. Okay. But if longs are opening and the shorts are getting stopped out, but they keep adding, is that making sense? I'm not like just randomly making decisions. I'm just going off of what I'm seeing. So, and it's all probabilities. Could it still dump? Absolutely. right? Could it still dump? For sure. I don't know, maybe like 1 out of 10, 2 out of 10. I've seen this shit just, usually when it dumps, it's because I'm not zoomed out and I don't see the bigger context. But even when I do zoom out, the bigger context is 100 million in longs have closed and 136 million in shorts have opened. We're all looking at the same shit, but aside, if you didn't know how to read like open interest and interpret open interest, then I could see why people could come in here and be like, why haven't you closed? Or why are you in a head short? Right? But for most of you lions, when you look at this, whether you agree with me or not, you can understand at least why I haven't gotten into a short yet. Right? Like logically, it makes sense. I'm not just randomly making a decision. But I'm down as soon as if it looked completely different, if we were getting if longs were not opening, and on this whole move up, shorts were getting completely wrecked, then I for sure would be starting to entertain like shorting. But the math is the math and the data is the data. I don't know if I could do that with what I'm seeing. So let's just keep vibing out. Let's keep Latuching up. Y'all good? Happy Sunday. But you guys good? I mean, even when we just how many of you guys were here when I first popped in the morning? Like this was pretty cool to see. How was there any young lion cubs that got this like pixel perfect play as I narrated it? 7-5 golden pocket, hold the 0-5, make a higher high. That's a very traditional Fibonacci play. We've seen it on the bigger time frame. We've seen it on smaller time frames. So that was pretty cool. We knew where the bad highs were, and did we correctly identify the sweep level? We were talking about that hasn't touched it yet, right? It hasn't swept, and then boom. So we talked about, understanding how to correctly identify a bad high, where the sweep level is, et cetera, et cetera. There might be a lesson right now happening on 30-minute candle closes and how many you want to wait for confirmation. There might be a little bit of a lesson that we talked about with the single print grab and go and basically turning this zone into support. So, and then everybody understand, like if we do, like let's say for example, I have to dip right now and it does some shit like this, you're going to be able to see this. So if this hasn't reset, there's probably a low chance that I'm not in the short yet, right? Does that make sense? I'm going to keep it on this. And so, if it does this and it starts to pull back, you don't have to be wondering, I wonder if Kimba's in a short. First off, if I'm if I'm out shopping with baby girl or something, she's not going to let me look at the charts anyway. So maybe I miss it that way. But if the data doesn't look right, I'm not going to take it. And this is, I've been gone all weekend. Oh, okay. Well, here. So let me it's actually on the smaller time frame. So first things first. You missed the portion earlier when we were like, that hasn't swept yet. When we were like, that hasn't swept yet, it's going to sweep again. And so shout outs to identifying the bad highs. Shout outs to identifying levels, right? So that's the bad high we were aiming for. Got it. Alrighty, so is it a swing failure pattern on either the 30-minute or the 1 hour? That's a negative. Okay, so you did not have a body close consecutively below the sweep level. So you don't have structural edge. Okay, not yet. Alrighty, it's turning previous day value area high, which is completely normal. Okay, if you set a range, then it's going to back test it and it's going to try to turn it into support. Okay, we already talked about this. Okay, but you and I both know that when it does that, It has to clear the golden pocket, because if it does this, then it was a failed auction and we would look for back down here again. The same concept that we talked about yesterday for the upside. So if we get here, this is when I might try to take a short if it does happen, or it might have to be here. But the biggest, that's just structure, okay? But the biggest thing is this. You had this guy, 9.7, 1.5, 3.3. You have about 15 million roughly in shorts here that got opened right here. Okay? It's basically, it's at his entry right here. And that guy hasn't closed. And when we say when open interest goes up, open interest delta is going up and the price is going up, that's bullish. Alrighty? And if you look at net longs, then you're look at all these longs opening. So price going up, longs opening, that's bullish. Alrighty? And then open interest going down and price going up, that would have indicated shorts squeezing. And then I would actually be like, okay, let's get into a head short. So open interest on longs are opening, price is going up, that's bullish. And none of these shorts are getting squeezed. So I would say maybe 20-25% of the time, these shorts are going to get away with it, and they'll be able to do it. When they are usually in a situation to do that, this should be a CVD bear div. None of these things that I'm saying is my opinion. It's all things that we've seen together thousands of times. So when these shorts get away with it, it's when there's a CVD bear div and longers are longing into a bear div. But I don't see a CVD bear div. So I don't see a CVD bear div. Shorts keep continuing to open. They're not closing out. And longs are also opening. So just by open interest, that's a double bulla. So it's hard for me to short. I don't know how I can. But that being said, if we get like a failed auction, so like a dink, right? Like maybe this, the point of control holder or something, bink, that might be the short. Okay, but how can if I'm not just like randomly deciding and hoping that my long works out, right? If longs are opening and the price is going up, that's bullish. If all the shorts had gotten closed, maybe I would entertain. You know, if there was a CVD bear div and I saw longers top longing and all the shorts got closed, that would be an easy short. I probably would be in it already. But these shorts haven't closed. And on top of that, if you zoom out from the 71,400 top, there's still 117. So basically from the 71,800 top, okay, $81 million in longs have closed, but 117 million in shorts are still open. So this is the bigger context. So when I say, okay, fuck it. So if it is going to bounce from point of control, okay, and it goes up there, I might attempt a head short because it's cheap. This is on the 15-minute. So let's say that this is the value area high or whatever, and it holds it, right? If it comes back up here, and it tucks immediately back in here, and that's golden pocket, I would be like, that's a failed auction. And that's cheap as fuck, in my opinion. Wow. I've been doing this shit too long. Did I lose you guys? Is this making sense? I'm not like making shit up. I'm just trying to go with the flow. I'm reading the data, you know? And so if so this could be an attempt. This could be the hedge short, and I would be aiming for that. You know, maybe no, actually the book says that. Maybe, you know, but and the thing is, ladies and gentlemen, based off of this context, based off of this context, y'all, okay, of the 133 million in shorts, okay, even if I said to you guys, okay, I got filled here, even if I said to you guys, hey guys, I got filled on the Kimba box short, if you understand this, don't be the guy that, like, okay, so if for some reason it does this and I say, hey guys, I'm in a little bit of a hedge short, okay, you shouldn't even be asking me, hey man, are you still in that short? I'm never gonna let it turn red on me because of this context. So even if I'm on stream and I'm live and I tell you guys, hey, I got into a short, all right, I gotta go guys, I'll see you guys tomorrow, and then the price action does this, no one should be asking me, I wonder if he's still in his short when it's here. I got stopped out at break even. So anyways, we Gucci? I hope that made sense. If it didn't, it will with time.
Don't be mad at me.
Don't be mad at me. So that's it. That's kind of what I'm looking at right now. Let's see what did Don Diddley do, ladies and gentlemen. That's where we're at. So here's that, you know, guy with the 15 million in shorts from here. He's basically break even right now. He's on his hands and knees praying to the biddy gods. Please dump. Gotta turn that into support, bulls. I see you, Tofu. Cage wins, Hain, Eddie, D. Franson, Mandalo, Molly, Absolute, Ghosted, G, Tofu, Swabizi, Skip Moha, Alpha Toxin, Mouse Pads, Watchmaker, 55 Move, Banana Man, Cage wins, Dick Flex, Tranquilo Trades, what's going on? Trade, Follow, Molly, MSA Pet, Lil Baby, Skip Moha, Ochibi, Tony Tone, Nam God. Oh, what a day. Happy Sunday. Yeah, get out of here, Coble. I'll see you before pre-market. I'll try to show up maybe an hour before U.S. market open. That would be fucking beast. If we could start TA an hour before U.S. market opens, and you get so conditioned to it, you can literally hear the first time like she wakes up, you know? Dick Flex says, damn, really need to sleep, but the streams are legendary. No, I'm out of here. I wanted to kick it with you guys until daily candle closes. It happened 12 minutes ago. You good, Dick Flex? Like smaller time frame, obviously TPO, point of control, volume, point of control. You know, you would have to spend time above it, turn that into support, yada, yada, yada. You know, the last 4 hours, it was resistance. So, you know, if it does break out, then obviously it'll most likely come back and do a bullish retest before it goes. But, you know, we don't get bullish or bearish on the penetration. It's the retests that will actually truly convince us. So, thingity, babada, babada. Other than that, you know what it is. I mean, if 69.5, 69.7 starts to get turned into support, I mean, here. So, if we start to spend time back inside of the thang, then we're going to be looking for higher, and I would probably be aiming for 75K, to be honest. But if we're going to continue to get rejected out of this range, then this, you know, I would probably aim for all this shit to get swept. Swept. So, yeah. But for me, you guys already know, we've already talked about this and this for quite some time. So we have that sweep level up there marked. Single print still ungrabbed. Still a single print up there. So still single prints up here. Maybe a swing fail of this guy is also possible too, but you already know what it is. For the most part, I'm looking for this guy. Alrighty, so exclamation rewind, exclamation YouTube. Open interest going up when price is going up is usually bullish. Price also went up while shorts are open, so it's kind of net neutral now. If you take into consideration when these longs opened, it's all in this cluster, all in this cluster. So a lot of these longs are, break even-ish, or I guess tiny profit. And then, same with these shorts, break even or tiny profit. We have the higher time frame thang. Oops. So I think we're good, right, ladies and gentlemen? I think at least for the next 7-8 hours anyways. So you have a exaggerated CVD bull div going up against no CVD bear div, but 30-minute RSI. So I don't know how you guys take notes, but you could do like RSI, CVD, open interest, and this could be like yes, no, yes, outcome. All right, I think that's it. Any questions? For 11 pieces waiting for you tomorrow. Me too. I'm going to try to start like 30 minutes to an hour before U.S. market opens. It would be nice to get a little alpha TA in before U.S. markets open, right? Just in case if some of y'all want to play S&P or something. But that being said, we can't get the boo gammas until the markets open. So Lee Kwok, Grizzly, Ochi B, Bud Fox, Feldman, it's NSW, Swap BZ. Feldman says on Bybit, it's not the same low. That's okay. The most important is what, Feldman? What are the two most important exchanges to look at? CME and Coinbase, right? Don't worry so much about Bybit and Binance lows, but the Coinbase and CME are going to be pretty important. Raja? For 11P, 60, Alpha, Toxin, Ace, Enhance, Ho, Do You Boo Boo, Keju, Absol. All right. Like I said, since I'm not going to sleep, I won't put this on. But I probably won't. Maybe like, I don't. Yeah, I'll probably say good night before I dip. All right, I'll see you guys in a little bit probably. I'll probably check in with you guys in like 2-3 hours before I dip out or before I pass out. Good night, Mandalo. Have a great night, everybody. Peace, y'all. I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow. Good night, everybody.